Hey everyone, my name is Kaylin and welcome to my channel. I decided to start off with the Booktube Newbie Challenge tag just to get things started. Which we can get right into the questions. I have my iPad here so I can keep track of the questions. Number one is, why did you start the channel? We can just get right into that. I literally started a TikTok channel about a few months ago, like October time, and actually it started Bookstagram like January of last year. And what happened was I wanted something specifically focused on books because I just love reading so much. And then as the year went on, I was like, I want to be able to like talk to a camera, like, you know, versus like writing stuff. I want to just talk it out. So I started the TikTok channel, and you know, things were ramping up with it finally being banned, you know, TikTok in a few weeks. And I was just like, well, if that's the case, that's terrible timing for my part, yes. So I was like, well, let me just start a YouTube channel because why not? Still, the point stands is that I wanted to be able to talk versus writing stuff down that I had on my Bookstagram, which I may still do from time to time, but yeah, I don't know. I just really prefer the video format and like just talking things out versus having to write stuff out. So yeah, that is the reason why I started this channel. Question 2 is, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to Booktube? I always just feel like being yourself is just the most like number one thing you can do, and that is what's going to be like the unique part of it, because you are your own individual person. Everyone has different like things about them, whether they're humor or like the way they talk, the way they think about the books and their reviews and stuff. That's unique to them. So that's what I'm gonna bring. It's just my own unique perspective and all the bookish things, hopefully, like going to bookstores, reading journals, just everything that has to do with books and reading, because reading is so much fun. Question 3 is, what are you most excited for about this new channel? I've kind of already like said a little bit of this, but basically I'm excited this channel is because I've been wanting to be able to talk versus write stuff, and I finally took the leap in October, like I said, and did the TikTok channel. And so now I'm like, well, if that goes away, at least I still have YouTube to continue to put out my thoughts on books. Number 4 is, why do you love reading? I've always loved reading because it's just a place of like where you can escape from things and just get lost in a good story. And that's been since I was a kid. Like, you can ask my family if I was reading, like, do I hear what you're saying? No, I don't. They'd be like, hello? I'm like, I'm gone in this book, okay? You guys are trying to take me out of this. So yeah, I love that about reading. That's like my favorite thing about reading, is just getting lost in the story if it's really good, and it's just vibes, you know? Number 5 is, what books or series got you into reading? I have a terrible memory, so like I can't really recall that. I really don't know. I really don't know. Like I said, I just know from a kid I love to read and love to go to the library and pick out books. It was just a great time. But like, what specific book or series? I don't know. Number 6, what questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? I don't personally have questions. Really, I feel like the questions that have come to my mind throughout the years, I've gotten the answers because other booktubers have actually done like question and answer videos, and just being on social media, like observing for so long, since I was pretty much there at the beginning when things started popping off with social media and people becoming influencers and things like that. I just feel I got all the answers to my questions for the most part. So I don't really have any at the top of my mind. What challenges do you think starting a book channel will be the hardest to overcome? I feel like with anything related to social media, the challenges is like the market, so to speak, is so saturated. Like, everyone has a book channel now. Everyone has like their own page to talk about whatever they like. And so it's like, wow, the challenge is, how do you get your name out there? How do you get people to find you and want to see your content and like follow you? But honestly, like, I don't really feel that's a challenge. Like, I'm not really concerned about that. Like, I literally started my book talk channel and my Bookstagram a year ago because I just wanted an outlet to like talk about my favorite hobby, which is reading, and that's exactly what this channel is. So like, whoever's meant to find it and connect with it will. And yeah, like, I'm here for the vibes and have fun, guys. I just want to have fun. Number 8, when did you start reading? I already kind of said it before. I started reading as a child. What age, I don't know, probably elementary school, but I've just always loved reading for as long as I can remember, and loved going to the library, doing reading challenges. Just like, it's just the best, always. Number 9 is where do you read? I mainly read at home. I feel like that's probably most people's answer, but I can read pretty much anywhere. Like, I read on the train, at work, at lunch, just wherever. If I feel like reading, I'm going to read. Pulling out audiobook, Kindle, you know, whatever it takes if I want to read. The last question, number 10, is what kind of books do you like to read? I've always been open to reading all types of genres. So I would say, okay, let's say my favorites that I go to the most is fantasy and romance. And of course, I love a good romantasy. But yeah, I go to those the most, but I will read nonfiction. I'll read a thriller, I'll read a mystery, I'll read a historical, I'll read even science fiction, which is not my fave, but I'll still read science fiction. Yeah, I'll read all the genres, except I don't really gravitate towards like the horror type of books. If it's a little bit too horror, it's not really for me. But yeah, I'll read anything. I'm a mood reader, so whatever is catching my fancy that day, I will read it, okay? But my top are fantasy and romance. Yeah, those are the things I love to read. So I really hope you guys will join me in then building this little community of books, of all things books. So yeah, make sure you like, subscribe, do all the things, and I will see you guys in the next video.